Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Affairscloud, Learn to Lead. My name is Vikas Rana. So students, we have an app by the name Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store for Android phones. Once you have downloaded and logged in with your Gmail ID, you will be transferred to your home page where you can see all the courses that are offered by us. Once you have purchased the course, you can see your courses in the My Course section. But why our courses are so better? Why we think we provide you one of the best content? Because we provide you content on daily basis. In the daily basis, we provide you current affairs with 20 questions quiz as well as the PDF of the current affairs of daily. Then similarly for weekly, on weekly basis we provide you current affairs PDF as well as a 50 questions quiz that will help you to revise all the content that you have learned. Then on monthly basis also we provide you top 100 current affair questions PDF that will be the compiled PDF of the 100 questions of that particular month that will be very helpful for you. And not just this friends, we provide you in English as well as in Hindi too. So both English and Hindi students can enjoy our courses. Apart from this friends, we also provide you banking related question answers, the banking related MCQ questions, the quizzes that will help you prepare for the bank exams. Not just that friends, we provide you a new way of learning, that is your infotainment infographics. That is a different and interesting way of learning. Apart from this, we cover 20 topic wise current affairs. These topics are important such as apps, portals, important days, books and authors days, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, all these topics, these are highly important and questions from these particular topics are asked. Also we cover state-wise current affairs also that will help you to prepare for your state exams. Also friends, as I told you, if you use the code Vikas10, you will be given extra 10% discount on the purchase you make. If you have any problem regarding login and your application, then you can contact us on support@of Affairscloud.com. This is our email ID and you can contact us on our mobile phone, that is 9677333386. Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 2nd of December. The session will be very helpful, so do pay attention till the end. Let's start with the revision. But before that friends, yesterday's video there was a mistake in the content that I delivered, so let's correct it. In yesterday's video I have mentioned that this India's maternal mortality ratio, it was for the death of the child that was born, or you can say the newborn child. But correct here, this is not for the newborn child, it is for the parents, it is for the mother. All right, maternal mortality, maternal here is for the mother. So the mothers who die during the childbirth has recently been dropped to 97 out of 1 lakh live births in 2018 to 2020. I repeat, earlier this data, that is maternal mortality rate, was 130 per 1 lakh live births for the year 2014 to 2016, and now it has been dropped down to 97 per lakh live births in 2018 to 2020. And here only you can see that Assam has topped it with 195 deaths per lakh live births, and Kerala has with the lowest, that is 19 deaths per lakh live births. All right, remember this. So do correct it in your notes also. Next for revision is 53rd edition of the International Film Festival of India. I repeat, IFFI, that is International Film Festival of India. That was the 53rd edition of it. Where was this held? This was held in Goa. From when to when this was held? This was held from 20th of November to 28th of November. Next is Yes Bank. Yes Bank has partnered with Turtlefin to launch Easy and Sure. Remember, this Easy and Sure is basically a platform. Various insurance products will be launched on this platform from which the customer can choose as per their need. So this was your Easy and Sure that was launched with Yes Bank along with Turtlefin. Next is Magnus Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen has won the Champions Chess Tour. Highly important. Apart from this, remember, R. Pragnanda has won the Arjuna Award. He is related to chess only. Next is steam powered spacecraft. This steam powered spacecraft was successfully launched by JAXA. All right, it was developed, it is of JAXA, that is the space agency of Japan, and this JAXA launched this steam powered spacecraft? Question can be asked that a steam powered spacecraft was built by whom? It was built by Japan Space Organization, that is JAXA. Next we know Air India and Vistara. They will be merged by the end of the March month 2024. Remember this news, highly important. Tata Group and Singapore Airlines has finalized the merger of Air India and Vistara. Next, next is India extended $100 million loan, or you can say $100 million financial assistance to Maldives. All right, and this is basically to help the ease of economic challenges there. And this $100 million that will be provided by India to Maldives, these amount of money can be used by Maldives in any of the projects they require. All right. Next is National Organ Donation Day. We observe this day on 27th of November. Next is Ostra Hind 2022. Remember, this is the first edition of this exercise that was held between India and Australia. Ostra Hind, a joint military exercise. This was held in Bikaner, Rajasthan. Location is also important, you need to remember, and it was the first edition of this Ostra Hind exercise. Before moving on to today's current affairs, also remember India's remittance. What is remittance? Remittance is the amount of money that is comes to India by NRIs. You can say, or the Indian people who are working in different parts of the world in different countries. When they send money back to India, that is the remittance. So here we can say, if we talk about the remittance in India, it has touched $100 billion in the year 2022, and it will be a remarkable news because it will be up by almost 10 to 12% before the for the last year, that is of 2021. So remember, in year 2022 the remittance in India touched around $100 billion, and it is the highest in the world. India received the highest remittance in the world. Remember this news also. So let's start with today's current affair, friends. Let's start with the today's news. The first is 41st edition of India International Trade Fair. Where was this India International Trade Fair held? It was held at Pragati Maidan. The location is important. Which edition was it? It was the 41st edition. What was held at the Pragati Maidan? That was the 41st edition. That is India International Trade Fair. Then the question can be asked is that who inaugurated this India International Trade Fair? It was inaugurated by Shri Piyush Goyal ji. All right, highly important. Then remember this festival, this India Trade International Fair or India International Trade Fair IITF, this was held at Pragati Maidan on 14th of November. Then remember, this was from 14th to 27th of November that we observed this India International Trade Fair. Apart from thing, you need to remember the theme of this trade fair, that was vocal for local, local to global. I repeat, vocal for local, local to global. This is the theme of the India International Trade Fair, that was the 41st edition of which that was held. As it was from 14th to 27th of November, we can say this was a 14-day mega event. All right, that was based on Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration. All right, and another thing, that this was the 41st edition that you need to remember, and Piyush Goyal was the union minister who inaugurated this trade fair. Apart from this, remember, if the question is asked that which are the partner states of India International Trade Fair, they will be Bihar, Jharkhand and Maharashtra. These are the three partner states. All right, and the focus states were UP and Kerala. But the partner states for India International Trade Fair, they will be Bihar, Jharkhand and Maharashtra. All right, and this was the 41st edition of this India International Trade Fair that was held at Pragati Maidan, that is in New Delhi. Moving on. Next, we will be talking about Hornbill Festival. Important. Hornbill Festival is observed in the state of Nagaland. All right. Naga Heritage Village, Kisama in Nagaland observed this Hornbill Festival. If we talk about Hornbill Festival, this was the 23rd edition of this Hornbill Festival. All right, highly important. This was observed from 1st to, or this will be observed from 1st to 10th of December. All right, that means it started on 1st of December to it will be observed till 10th of December. Also, another thing that you need to remember, that from 1st of December India will be having the presidency of G20. And what is the theme of this G20 that was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Vasudev Kutumbakam. Alright, so coming back, Hornbill Festival. This is the biggest and most important festival in Northeast India. It is observed from 1st to 10th of December at the Naga Heritage Village in Kisama, that is located at a distance of 12 km from Kohima in Nagaland. So question can be asked directly that Hornbill Festival is observed in which state? It is observed in Nagaland. Then this is the 23rd edition of this Hornbill Festival observed in 2022. Our Vice President of India graced the inaugural function of the festival as the chief guest, that is Jagdeep Dhankardji. It is the main celebration of the Naga warrior tribes and it is generally observed for 10 days. Alright, and if asked when was the first edition of this Hornbill Festival observed, it was observed in the year 2000. Alright, highly important. Also remember, if we talk about this hornbill, the festival derives its names from a bird that is named as hornbill, and this hornbill festival is also known as Festival of Festivals. All right. Next, we are talking about first ever tribal winter festival held in Jammu and Kashmir's Bandipora. I repeat, Jammu Kashmir's Bandipora hosted the first ever tribal winter festival of Kashmir Valley, which was held at Katson village in the Alusa area of North Kashmir's Bandipora district. Coming back, we are talking about this first ever tribal winter festival. The main objective of this festival was to educate people about the homestays, homeback riding, and hotel management. I repeat, this tribal winter festival, where was this held? This was held in the Kashmir Valley. Alright, it was held in the North Kashmir's Bandipora district. And the aim of this festival was to educate people about the homestays, horbacking riding, hotel management, and other skills. Alright, this festival witnessed music, dance, and cultural event that fascinated the people. Also, people from Kashmiri community, Gujjars and Bakarwalas also danced together with the sense of unity in diversity. Alright, highly remember. Moving on. Next, India to receive over record $100 billion in remittance in 2022 as per World Bank, and we have discussed this in starting of the session that $100 billion remittance. And what is remittance? Remittance is the amount of money that the people who are Indian workforce or Indian people who are working abroad are sending back to India. That is your remittance. So recently, World Bank recently released a report that was its 37th Migration and Development Brief of 2022 that titled Remittances Brave Global Headwinds, Special Focus, Climate, Migration. And it stated that India is all set to receive more than $100 billion in yearly remittances in the year 2022. This means migrant workers from India will send a record $100 billion in 2022 to their home country, that is India. Alright, and this is for the first time a single country will receive more than $100 billion in yearly remittances. Next, also one more thing here, remember that the growth of these global remittances flows is expected to be around 4.9% in 2022, and these remittance flow in India will rise 12%, which is ahead of China, Mexico, and Philippines. And who released this report? It was released by World Bank during the 37th Migration and Development Brief of 2022. Alright, next is over 160 to 200 million Indians could be exposed to lethal heat waves annually. There was a report that was released by World Bank recently. The name of the report was Climate Investment Opportunities in India's Cooling Sector. India is experiencing high temperatures every year, and by 2030, over 160 to 200 million people across the country could be subjected to severe heat waves every year. Due to the productivity declines brought on the heat stress, 34 million people in India will lose their jobs. As we know, last year also or this year also, due to several heat waves, not just in India, even in Pakistan also, we saw that there was a loss in productivity because due to the high temperature, the factory workers, the industries were recently shut down for some, means the productivity of them were reduced during that time. Also we saw that the crops were damaged due to the high heat. All right, so heat basically impacts not just the environment, it impacts also the labor force also, because it human body, when you are working in a high temperature, it will stress out. All right, it will get tired easily. All right, so that is the impact of heat state. There is a food loss due to heat during the transportation, currently cost to around $13 billion per year. There will be need for a new air conditioner every 50 seconds by the year 2037, and hence the demand for cooling is projected to be 8 times more than it is in 2020. To highly important, remember the data. A question can be asked in such a way that, or let's remember the data only, that every 15 second by the year 2037 we will be requiring a new air conditioner, and the demand will be around 8 times more than what it is in 2022 because of the high heat waves that will be faced by India. All right, highly important. And according to this World Bank report, only around 160 to 200 million people will be subjective and will be under threat because of, or they will be exposed because of this heat wave. Next news. Next is India and South Korea sign an agreement for EDFC loan to develop Nagpur Mumbai Super Communication Expressway project. I repeat, India tied up with which country to sign an agreement with EDFC? EDFC is your Economic Development Corporation Fund loan to develop a Nagpur Mumbai Super Communication Expressway project. It will be your South Korea. Here the loan worth $245.081 billion will be provided, that is roughly around 1495 crore rupees, and the aim for here is to establish an intelligent transport system on the Nagpur Mumbai Super Communication Expressway project. All right, and this is the first project that is funded by an EDFC, that is Economic Development Corporation Fund by the government of Republic of Korea. All right, highly important. So India will and Korea will be developing this Nagpur Mumbai Super Communication Expressway using an EDFC loan, that is Economic Development Corporation Fund loan, and that will be worth around 1495 crore rupees approximately. Moving on. Next we are talking about protein and Fino Payments Bank. I repeat, Protein and Fino payment banks have tied up to expand PAN card issuance services in India. I repeat, in order to increase the PAN card issuance services in India, Protein and Fino payment bank have tied together. If we talk about it, Fino payment bank has partnered with Protein e-government technologies, that was formerly known as NSDL e-governance infrastructure limited, and the reason is to increase the PAN card issuance services in India, especially in rural areas. Protein e-gov technology accepts and processes PAN card applications on behalf of the income tax department. Under the partnership, Fino Payment Bank will act as PAN services agency of Protein and facilitate paperless PAN issuance services. Applicants can apply for a PAN card through Aadhaar based authentication without the need to submit or upload any documents at Fino Bank points, and can also choose PAN card either in digital or physical form. All right, highly important. Then the digital version of this ePen will be sent within few hours of applying the applicant's email and are accepted as actual PAN cards, whereas the physical PAN cards will be delivered within 4 to 5 working days. Next, if we talk about Fino Payment Bank, who is the managing director and chief executive officer here? Rishi Gupta. And where is the headquarter? It is in Navi Mumbai, Maharashtra. When was this established? It was established in 2017. Next is Germany has announced 1 billion euro funding for energy transition projects in India. Highly important, friends. Which country has recently announced a 1 billion euro funding projects for energy transitions in India, it will be your Germany. And this 1 billion euro is roughly around 800 for 8,440 crore rupees. All right, this amount of money will be proposed, or this amount of money will be given by Germany to India for energy transition projects. And what are the energy transition projects? Basically, that means to shift from non-renewable sources of energy to renewable sources of energy. This announcement was made ahead of the German foreign minister visit to India in December 2022. And here, Germany will assist India in making its energy supply technically, economically, and environmentally sustainable. Also, remember, India and Germany entered into an agreement on funding more than 20 development projects in the fiscal year 2022. All right. Next, here you can see Germany launched a proposal to grant 1 billion euro, that is 8,440 crore rupees, for energy transition projects across India under a bilateral partnership for green and sustainable development. All right, highly important. Apart from this, remember, Germany will support India with 10 billion euro by the year 2030 under the umbrella of the new Indo-German partnership for green and sustainable development. What is the capital of Germany? Capital of Germany is Berlin, and the currency here is euro. Next is NSO. NSO is your National Statistical Office. Recently, NSO has released the estimate GDP data for the second quarter of fiscal year 2023. This second quarter is from July to September month. All right, for this second quarter, NSO has projected India's GDP growth to be around, not projected, it was 6.3%. All right, so we can say that India's economic growth has slowed down to 6.3% for the second quarter, that is from July to September month, because this time period has already been passed. So here the GDP growth rate of India was 6.3%. All right, highly important. Apart from this, if similarly we are talking about the first quarter, this first quarter, the GDP growth rate, that is from April to June month, what was the GDP growth here for the first quarter? It was a high 13.5%. All right, highly important, friends. All right, and in India, the GDP growth rate that is projected, the annual GDP growth rate that is projected for India for the fiscal year 23 by almost all our organization is on average of 7%. Even Moody projected it to be 7%. Then RBI projected it to be 7%. All right, SBI projected it to be around 6.8%. All right, also on an average, if we take about it, the average GDP growth rate that of India is being projected for the annual 2023 fiscal year is around 7%. But you should know definitely about certain, like for Moody it is 7, for RBI it is 7. For Moody earlier it was to be 7.7%, but what it was slashed down to 7%. Moving on. Next, TCS. TCS is your Tata Consultancy Services. Recently, they have bagged a 6-year contract from RDG. What is RDG? It is your rail delivery group to create UK's rail data marketplace. I repeat, in order to build UK's, that is United Kingdom's rail data marketplace, Tata Consultancy Service has recently announced a 6-year contract with Rail Delivery Group. All right, don't confuse it with RDG and RDM. RDM is your rail data marketplace and RDG is your rail delivery group. So TCS has signed a contract, 6-year contract from RDG, that is Rail Delivery Group, to create United Kingdom's rail data marketplace. The contract between the two, that is TCS and RDG, is for 6 years term, including the extension term opportunity. The project was first announced in 2021 by Chris Heaton Harris, that is UK's rail minister, as a part of his plans to encourage industry-government collaboration to accelerate innovation and deliver new products and services to enhance passenger experience and the effective movement of the freight. And what the help will this data marketplace will do is that it will have a collection of data, and based on that particular data, new schemes and products can be and services can be launched for the customers. Next is Kerala. Kerala Green Startup has bagged the award in Climathon 2022. I repeat, Tree Tech, that is a Tree Tag. This is a green startup that was founded by climate conscious individuals from Kerala, and this startup has won the Climathon 2022, the hackathon held at Kerala Technology Innovation Center Kochi, that was from 26th to 27th of November. I repeat, Tree Tag, a green startup founded by the climate conscious individuals from Kerala. This has won the Climathon 2022, that is a hackathon held at Kerala Technology Innovation Zone in Kochi, Kerala. This was held from 26th to 27th of November. All right. Then apart from this, remember this tree tag has won the award under the category of life on land. I repeat, question can also be asked that recently tree tag won the Climathon 2022 award. Recently they won this award under which category? It was under the life on land, addressing the problem statements such as monitoring and protecting existing forest ecosystem. All right, highly important. Next. Next is Indian Coast Guard has commissioned Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III Squadron. Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III Squadron, that is ALH Mk3. So who recently commissioned it? It was commissioned by Indian Coast Guard. All right, highly important. Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III Squadron. And where were they commissioned? They were commissioned at Chennai, Tamil Nadu, at Indian Coast Guard Air Station at Chennai, Tamil Nadu. This squadron, that is of Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III, was commissioned by Indian Coast Guard. Moving on, if we talk about these helicopters, that is Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III, these helicopters are indigenously manufactured by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and this Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III features the state-of-the-art equipment including advanced radar as well as electro-optical sensors, Shakti engines, full glass cockpit, high intensity searchlight, advanced communication systems, automatic identification system, as well as search and reduce rescue homo. All right, highly important. Remember about this. Who commissioned them? Indian Coast Guard, and where? Chennai, Tamil Nadu's Indian Coast Guard Air Station they were commissioned. And who developed them? They were developed by or manufactured by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Next, next we are talking about Israel. Israeli Navy has recently successfully tested a long-range interceptor missile against cruise missile. I repeat, in a first of its kind, Israel Navy recently successfully tested a long-range interceptor missile against an advanced cruise missile LRAD that is a part of Barak MX defense system. If we talk about this LRAD, this was launched from a SAR 6 class corvette INS Magen, which after detecting a target that resembled an advanced cruise missile, and it destroyed it. LARD was developed by the Israeli Aerospace Industries and the Defense Ministry's Research and Development Division, that is known as by the term Hebrew acronym MAFAT. Alright, so remember, it was Israeli Navy that has successfully tested a long-range interceptor missile against a cruise missile, and it is a first of its kind long-range interceptor missile. Alright, next is China. China has recently launched 3 astronauts to Tiangong Space Station, and Tiangong Space Station is the space station of China. All right, they are planning to complete the work on this Tiangong space station by the end of the year 2022 or by the first quarter of the year 2023. All right, highly important. Next, in this, if we talk about this Tiangong space station, amid intensifying competition with the US, it landed about 6 hours after the launch. Shenzhou 15 spaceship carrying the aircraft was launched from the Zhuoken Satellite Launch Center from the northwest China. The crew will spend around 6 months in the orbit and conduct a number of various science experiments. The team for the 6-month mission is led by veteran Fei Zhulong and two of its first-time astronauts Deng Qiming and Zhang Lu. Alright, difficult to pronounce names, but still remember them. Next we are talking about two different types of minerals that were never seen on the earth before has been recently discovered in one of the planet's biggest known meteoroids. I repeat, recently two of its third and possibly third also never known minerals that are present on the earth have been recently discovered in the biggest known meteoroids on earth. Highly important. All right, if we talk about it, a team of researchers from the University of Alberta have discovered two minerals, and the name of these minerals are elitite, Elite, elitite, and elkistonite, elkinstantonite. These are the two different minerals that have been found on the earth, but that have never been found on the earth, but they were present in a meteorite that is one of the biggest known meteorites that were found. That this meteorite was found in Somalia in 2020. All right, so two different types of minerals that never been found on earth were present in these particular biggest known meteorite that was found in Somalia in 2020. All right, and who found this? They were found by the team of researchers from the University of Alberta. Next, who has been appointed as the new Chief Secretary of Andhra Pradesh? He will be Jawahar Reddy. Alright, Jawahar Reddy, as you can see him in the picture, Jawahar Reddy has been appointed as the new Chief Secretary of Andhra Pradesh. Mark this important news. Question will be directly asked to you that who has been appointed as the new Chief Secretary of Andhra Pradesh. He will be Jawahar Reddy. Next is World AIDS Day. First of all, remember as the red ribbon here is, this red ribbon symbolizes your AIDS. Alright, so World AIDS Day. When do we observe this World AIDS Day? It is observed on 1st of December. Important. Alright, and what is HIV? Full form of this AIDS is basically human immunodeficiency virus. Alright, so World AIDS Day is observed on 1st of December. This is basically to create awareness about the people who have AIDS and to unite people across the globe to support the people living with AIDS and affected by HIV virus. Question can be asked is that AIDS is caused by which virus? It is caused by HIV, that is human immunodeficiency virus. Alright, this day was first observed in the year 2014. Also, you need to know the theme of the World AIDS Day. It is equalize. Theme is equalize is the theme of the World AIDS Day. All right, I correct myself. It was not in 2004 that we observed this World AIDS Day. World AIDS Day, first ever international global health was founded. World AIDS Day, that is the first ever international day for global health that was founded in 1988. But remember in 2014, that is UNAIDS. UNAIDS, that is United Nations Program on HIV/AIDS, led the campaign for the World AIDS Day since its creation in 2004. Alright, just remember for the first ever that was observed was in 1988, that is your World AIDS Day. And every year on 1st of December we observe this day. Next is your UP's Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. They have launched One District, One Sports scheme. I repeat, One District, One Sports scheme was recently launched by Yogi Adityanath, who is the Chief Minister of UP. All right, basic aim, as the name suggests, it is to promote it is to promote sports in UP, to encourage the youth of UP to take and participate in sports. The scheme aims to revive the indigenous sports that are losing their presence in the field. All right, highly important. Also, the aim of the scheme is to encourage the youth of the state to take up sports and hone their new skills. Water sports will be an indigenous integral part of the One District, One Sports team for districts that are situated on the bank of major rivers. All right, at present, around 57 districts have been identified and they are divided across 13 sports, and the sports department is working on appointing various coaches for the same. All right, apart from this, also remember hockey has been identified as a sport of 11 districts. Then wrestling has been appointed for districts such as Varanasi, Gorakhpur, and Doiria, Mahajangirni. Apart from this, table tennis for Agra and Kanpur, then badminton for Budhnagar, wrestling for Mirzapur and Bijnor, then boxing for Kushinagar, archery for Lalitpur, and so on. Alright, moving on. Next is disabled friendly ramp was inaugurated in Chennai's Marina Beach. I repeat, recently a disabled friendly ramp was inaugurated in Chennai Marina Beach. The first permanent ramp for persons with disability was inaugurated at Marina Beach, that is in Chennai. Important. All right, first of its kind permanent ramp for persons with disability. Where was this inaugurated? At Marina Beach in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. All right, this facility has been developed with a funding from Singara Chennai 2.0 that was estimated to be built with a cost of around 1.14 crore rupees. All right, and who established this first of its kind and first permanent ramp for persons with disability? This facility was established by Greater Chennai Corporation, GCC. All right, so that's all for the day, friends. Now let's go for a quick revision. 41st edition of India International Trade Fair was held in New Delhi from 14th to 27th of November. 23rd Hornbill Festival began in Nagaland. First ever tribal winter festival will be held in Jammu and Kashmir. India will receive over $100 billion in remittance in 2022, and this report was released by World Bank. Also, World Bank also reported another report that stated that around 160 to 200 million Indians could be exposed to lethal heat waves annually. RBI has authorized TMBL to undertake government businesses. SEBI reduces the timeline for listing debt securities issued on private placement basis. Then India and South Korea has signed an agreement for EDFC loan worth 1500 crore rupees. Fino Payment Bank and Protein has partnered to expand PAN card issuance services across India. Germany has announced $1 billion loan for energy transition projects in India, or they have granted this amount of money for various energy transition projects in India. India's economic growth slows to 6.3% in the second quarter as per NSO data. REC Limited signed an MOU with PFC Limited for fiscal year 2022 and fiscal year 2023. Then TCS has bagged 6-year contract from RDG to create United Kingdom's rail data marketplace. Kerala Green startup Treebag has bagged an award in Climathon 2022. ICG has commissioned new advanced light helicopter Mark 3 squadron and 840 squadron in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Israeli Navy has successfully tested a long-range interceptor missile against cruise missile. Then China, they have launched 3 astronauts to Tiangong space station. Elite and Elkinstentonite. Elkinstentonite. These are the two names of the two new minerals that have been discovered in LLI. This is the name of the meteorite that was found in Somalia in 2020, and these minerals were never present on the earth before. Then next is a new species of head shield slug was discovered along the coast of Bay Bengal, as you can see the name here. Then World AIDS Day on 1st of December, and UP's Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, they have launched one district, one sport scheme also. Important. Next is appointment. Nitin Gupta has been named as the new CBDT chairman. Tapan Kumar Deka is the new IB chief, and Sham Saran is the new IIC's new president. Then disabled friendly ramp was inaugurated in Chennai's Marina Beach, and it was developed by GCC. So these are your important current affairs, friends. Now let's move to the homework part. Let's move to the homework part now. First question is, as per the recent NSO data, what is India's GDP growth rate for July to September quarter? We just discussed. Next, India US joint military exercise Yudh Abhyas 2022 was held in which Indian state? Then, as per the recent data, what is the maternal mortality ratio in India during 2018 to 20? Next, as per the World Bank's migration and development brief, what is the expected remittance flow to India in 2022 to 2023? Then, economic cooperation and trade agreement between India and which country is set to enter into force from December 2022? So these are your 5 homework question, friends. If you have any doubt, all you have to do is comment below and let us know. Then if you find the session to be interesting, like the video, friends, and if you are new to our channel, subscribe and do follow our videos. All right, that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.